Hello, good morning. Do you recollect what we discussed yesterday? Anyone able to tell what the fortitude is fortitude? Have you heard the word? What it is? Have you heard Nishkama Karma? Fortitude is showing the courage when the situations are very odd. At that time, you should show the courage. Got it? Then see, today we'll discuss the another case study here. See, the case study is telling about yesterday we discussed about the corporate ethics. One case study was done, and another case study was related to some auditing of the company. Now we'll deal with the public service. Got it? What are the main keywords for the public services? If you are made a district magistrate, or if you are made like the district level officer, what are the duties of the district level officer? The first, always it comes the service. Got it? Always the public interest will be there. Then whatever the profit will be there, that will comes next. Whenever you have to give the priority, you should give priority to the service. Like whenever we see some buses are being operated in the Western Ghat region, we government also know that buses are very, they are not at all the cost effective. They are making huge cost to the government. Even the government is running. Why the government is running? Do you know what is the cost of Indian Railways? Yes, yes. So why, whether it is the passenger traffic or whether it is the cargo traffic, which is the positive for the government, it's the cargo traffic. But the passenger traffic is going in a negative, even though Indian Railways has been operating. Why it has been operating? It's because of the service. And even we know the KSRTC, it has been completely under the negative only. The costs are not, they are unable to recover even the fuel cost. But why they are operating? The main intention is the service here. Got it? Whenever some any that calamity happens, whenever like someone dies in the road, what the government does? Government give the compensation. Even if your own building collapses, suppose if the people dies there, the government gives the compensation. Why the government gives the compensation? Neither the government is owner of that land, it's your own, and you have not paid any insurance premium. Even though that, why the government gives? Is it under the social contract? It's under the social contract. Why social contract? Social contracts means you are foregoing your own rights, little bit of the rights to get the more rights. Got it? It comes under the complete justice as well, wherein the government will, and it is called as the super parent. The government is called the super parent. Like when some orphan children will be there, who will take care of the orphan children? It is the government. Have you heard of the CARA, Central Adoption Agency? Have you heard of the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000? Whenever there is some child who are conflict with the law, they will be guided to the Child Welfare Committee of the district. Child Welfare Committee that comes under the Ministry of Women and the Child Development. It comes under the Department of the Child and Women under the state government, wherein a district level officer will be there. He will be the in charge of all the children who are orphan. Got it? Any orphan. It's not just they are due to the calamity or something. Even if the natural death of the parents occurs, then the orphan will be there. That can be redirected to the Child Welfare Committee of the district, because it is the duty of the state to take care of that one. Got it? And even like, have you heard of the Devadasi? It was in Devadasi Prohibition Act of 1982 and 1984 was passed. First by the Karnataka legislature, then by Andhra Pradesh legislature. It was very rampant in the northern Karnataka and the Andhra Pradesh, that region. It's one of the social evil. Got it? So we'll discuss case study with respect to the district magistrate now. So now you have been made, you are the district collector of a Himalayan district. See, why they are telling Himalayan district here? They might have told some other district. What you will come to know when there is a Himalayan district? Obviously, there will be conflict between environment and the development. Got it? Which is famous for the religious tourism. The economy of the region is mostly dependent on the tourism with the no other economic prospect. Got it? Why they are telling? That means that if you reduce the economy, if you reduce the tourism there, it will impact entire population of that region. Got it? Even if you go to the Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, now only when we see that region, it is completely of that only. It's either the religious tourism or other it is the adventure tourism. Got it? It's only the tourism that is driving the economy of these hilly states. Got it? And there was one concept called special category status. Have you heard special category status? Is it now active or not? Yes, it has not active. It has been cancelled. Special category status wherein government of India would have given some little bit of more finances to that region. It was there earlier when the planning commission was there. Now that has been removed. Now no special category status is there. Though Andhra Pradesh government has been demanding to provide the special category status, but that has not been taken into account. See, now you are the district magistrate here. The people of the district either engage in the tourism services industry or go to metropolitan city to work as a migrant laborers. The district too has been awarded by the state and the central government for properly managing the tourism sector. Apart from being a tourist spot, the district also comes under zone 5 as per the seismic map. Who gives the seismic map? Which agency? BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. You just read BIS. BIS has given, just make a note down because it comes under GS3 as well. And you just read zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 and zone 5. And there is no part of India which comes under zone 1. Got it? Zone 1 has been kept vacant. The district has a good population of youth where Andaman and Nicobar comes under in the seismic map. Zone 5 means it is highly tectonically active region. And what are the other tectonically active region of India? Himalayas. But there was an earthquake in Latur, Maharashtra. Why it happened? That was not under a tectonically active zone. Why? Because there are fault and folds. Fault and folds are there the regionally active regions. They do not have the long boundary, but they have little bit of like 100 kilometers of the boundary wherein there will be the cracks. And the cracks, whenever there is an energy build up in the earth, that will explode through the cracks. Got it? Because of that crack only, Latur earthquake happened. It does not comes under the tectonically active zone of 5. The district also comes to the zone 5 as per the seismic map. This district has a good population of the youth, but due to lack of employment, they usually migrate to metro cities. Thus, the high proportion of the youth demands induction of the skill and the widening of economic activities in the region. Owing to the growing people's demand, the state government has decided to construct multiple hotels in the region. See, here the district magistrate is not there. Here the state government has already decided to construct many hotels in the region. Those hotels, apart from helping in augmenting the revenue, would also aid in providing local people employment. The project has been widely promoted and the chief minister is himself taking a good amount of interest in it. Got it? When the chief minister of the state is already involved in it and he is taking the good interest to make that project to happen. So how you will deal such a case? You being the district collector has been asked to speed up the formalities so that the construction could be started on conducting the feasibility study. So have you heard of this one, economic impact assessment, EIA? Under which act it comes under? EIA rules is there. Which one? Yes, it comes under the EPA 1986. Now we have 2006 regulation of the EIA. 2020 draft was announced by the government, but that has not been implemented. Got it? Now the EIA, which is under implementation, is 2006 regulation that comes under Environmental Protection Act of 1986. See what happened was in 1986 when the river linking project was announced by the planning commission at that time. At that time, planning commission was mandated to see like what is the impact of this one. See how a greater act will come with a very minor advice of some other agency. It was because of the planning commission. It was just asked to see whether the whatever the river linking whatever project we are going to have, whether it has an impact on the environment or not. Based on just one single advice, it has been evolved so far. And in 1986, Environmental Protection Act was passed. Then in again 1996, the EI comes in. 1992, sorry. Then after that, 2006 again EI comes in. Got it? Because of one advice of one agency, it has turned into a very robust mechanism to protect the environment. So whenever you are making the policy regulation, it should come under like this only. And even the GST was implemented like that only. It was implemented based on the experience of the Australia. And some people are telling that in the Australia it has not been working well, so it won't work well in India. And similar happened with respect to UPI. You know the story of the UPI. UPI was what was happened in 2011 and 2012, that the government of India proposed the UPI into India, but that there was obviously apprehensions were there. Like in India, we are unable to provide the electricity to the people. We do not meet even the basic needs of the people. How you are providing the internet to the people of that too in the remote area? Got it? Now the UPI India is one of the highest in the world with respect to UPI, and the UPI of India has been even has a links with other countries. The prelims question this time they asked where the UPI works. Got it? It's because of the single initiative, though it seems very difficult at the starting, but it will have. It depends on the way the work you make. Got it? So never undermine any policy. So DDMA has been formality so that the construction could be started on conducting the feasibility study. DDMA, what is DDMA? District Disaster Management Agency. Under which act it comes under? Disaster Management Act. Yes. It comes under Disaster Management Act. Got it? In the Disaster Management Act, now there is another amendment has been passed. I think it is under the consideration of the government. Do you know what are the provisions of Disaster Management Act, DDMA? You just search and read DDMA Amendment Act, because it might ask this year. DDMA Amendment Act, in which one provision has been made, that is the UDMA, Disaster Management Agency. What Urban Disaster Management Agency is? Now what we have is the three committees we have. At the central level we have, state level we have State Disaster Management Authority, and National Disaster Management Authority. At the state district level we have DDMA, but we don't have city specific. Now if it is the Bengaluru city is very huge. Got it? Here the need of various agencies needed. The water development, sewage, electricity, everything is needed. Under these circumstances, DDMA is not that much capable to deal with such a circumstances. For that only, we have a provision for Urban Disaster Management Agency (UDMA). Got it? And some other provisions are also there. You just read upon that one. See, DDMA, District Disaster Management Authority, informs you that the project is unfeasible as the local topography would get strained. You, by virtue of being the DC, are also the chairman of the DDMA. Thus, see, in the DDMA, though the chairman is the DC, but there will be expert committee. It's not just the DC. And whenever the DC has been given the powers to take any decisions, he is mandated to take the advice from other officers as well. Like if there is certain related to the education, the DC cannot order without taking the advice from the DDPI, the district officer for the public instructions. Got it? Whenever there is a health emergency, the DC has been mandated to take the advice of the chief medical officer of the district. Got it? So he has been even the chairman of the district, but the DDMA, that the experts, they are saying that this project is not viable. Got it? What happened in 2013? The cloud burst happened. Even in 2020, the Chamoli disaster happened. The disaster, that terrain is so harsh that you cannot pass through a region. That is so much harsh. Even after that, we are unable to build the roads because the landslide is too much high there. Got it? And whenever you go to the Uttarakhand and the Himachal Pradesh region, you just find out the vulnerability of that region. The rocks are very fragile and they may break at any time. And the landslides are too much common there. And that too, if you have such a project wherein you are making so many hotels in the region, then it will affect the region. The socio-economic advantage of the project coupled with the political importance is making the CMO pressurize you. They cannot bypass you and thus require your cooperation. See, you are the district magistrate, your decision is valid here. That's the final. Not agreeing to the demand of the CMO would mean professional difficulties. So if you don't agree to the chief minister office, then obviously the district magistrate will face the consequences. Not like the legally, but illegally he might have. Many other ways are there. So state all the ethical issues involved and ethical dilemmas faced by you. See, here they asked everything, ethical issues as well and ethical dilemmas as well. Evaluate the options available to you under the given situation. What course of action you will choose and why. Elaborate on the measures that could be undertaken to employ the youth without over exploiting the tourism sector. See, now So what could be the options available to you here? What are the ethical issues involved here? You just take from the perspective of first unemployed youth, where there are many stakeholders here. Unemployed youth are there, then the state government is there, CMO involved, then the you being the district magistrate, and the DDMA also there. DDMA has been, like, why always whenever something happened, the committee has been constituted. This time the stampede happened, again the committee was constituted. Got it? Whenever something happens, the committee is constituted. Why committee is constituted? Got it? See, whatever you see in the newspaper, now this is the way how it should be dealt with. Got it? First, they took the emergency measures. What are the emergency measures? They were hospitalized, then they were taken care of. The compensation was given. That's done. Second thing, the committee was constituted to find out the people. And in the meantime, they were suspended. The people were suspended who were accused. Got it? Even though they were accused, they were suspended. It does not mean that all are involved in the act. Got it? They are just accused. This is called the provision of the government. Whenever you have suspicion on some person, you being the officer, you should suspend that person for the time being. And in the meantime, you should consider the committee and ask to give the evidence-based policy making, that on the basis of that one, you will take the action. See, whenever you see in the newspaper, this is the action. And here, now the disaster is there. There is a chance that disaster might happen. Like, what you will do? Now the district magistrate you are. The first thing you will do is, first you will make a consultative committee, you will make a detailed expert guidance, and you will identify the hotspot where it will the high chance of being the landslide might happen. Got it? The first thing in the entire region does not mean that every region is a very hard. No, it does not mean that every region is vulnerable. There are very hot spot where there is a high chance of landslide. You will identify those areas which is highly vulnerable to the landslides, and you will avoid that one, and you will give the permission to the other regions at other areas. Got it? Where it is no vulnerability is there. Got it? You are the district magistrate here. You have to balance the environment as well as the employment issue. Got it? You can't say that I will go the environment. Why this one, the Great Nicobar project has been proposed now? Do you know the Niti Aayog has proposed the Great Andaman Nicobar project? Do you think the Niti Aayog does not care about the environment? No. Why they have proposed? It is an ambitious project of the government. And even the Char Dham, why the Char Dham was proposed? It is to balance the religious tourism as well, the needs of the people at that region, everything it was planned. And see, Great Andaman Nicobar project, this has been proposed because of the security issues. Whenever we know the state of Malacca region, there are high chances of being the enemy countries might take over that region. For that to take over that region, to make it as we have integrated forces command, IFC. Everywhere in the region we have the army command, navy command, and the air force command, but only one in India where we have the integrated forces command, IFC. That's in the Great Nicobar, wherein army, navy, and the air force all coordinate to operate one command to secure the national safety and the integrity. Got it? Just because of the national integrity and because of the national safety, the project has been proposed, and there is even the compensation for that. What is CAMPA, compensatory of forest management? Have you heard that term? So under that one, the government of India has proposed the afforestation activities in Haryana and Punjab region. Got it? The similar kind of wherever the land they are being diverting, like if you are diverting 1 hectare of the land, you have to plant 2 hectare of the plantation, and you have to give the net present value, NPV. See, what happens is, whenever there is a forest land that is protected, whenever you want to divert the forest land to the non-forest purpose, it comes under the FCA, Forest Conservation Act of 1980. You have to take the permission, and you have to pay first on NPV. NPV is net present value, of that region, like how many biodiversity that is hosting and what is the carbon stock that is hosting, and that amount you will pay to the government. First point. Second, same level of whatever, if you are diverting 1 hectare of the land into two, means 2 hectare of the land you should go for the plantation. Got it? In any other area that comes under compensatory of forest management act, CAMPA. See how the CAMPA evolved. It is because of judgment of the Supreme Court. This is called judicial activism. You just read about the CAMPA judgment of the Supreme Court in 2002. Got it? See, this is the question of the judicial activism. How you tell judicial activism is needed or not? You can tell the example of this one. And even the midday meals, that is because of the judicial activism. Got it? Yeah. What are the ethical issues here? The ethical issues, obviously, the unemployment issue is there. Got it? And second, you have to protect the people from the disaster because you are the head of the disaster management authority. And what are the other ethical issues? You have to follow the order of your political executive, the chief minister. Got it? These are your interests. And what other interests? You have to follow and you have to take care of the advice, take care of the interest of the hotel managers as well. They are the employment providers. Got it? If you don't behave well with them, there won't be any investment in your region. Why a private company will come to your district and invest? And whenever we organize the investor summit, in Bengaluru investment summit happens. Why it happens? It because to showcase that the Karnataka has been a very pioneer in hosting the private companies, and the government is making easing all kind of the regulation so that private companies come and they can invest. Got it? Because of the investor summit they are happening. So you being the district magistrate, you have to take care of the unemployment, take care of the disaster, and you have to take care of your political boss, the head, and then the local people. Got it? See, dilemma is again the security issues, the disaster issues with respect to safeguarding their employment rights. That's the one. Second, giving the respect to the district management committee, which has been the expert committee, against to the chief minister's advice. Chief minister are already telling you to expedite the process. But what the disaster management authority telling? They are telling it is a very crucial one, it should not be done. Here the dilemma is there. Got it? See, what could be the measures that could be undertaken to employ the youths? You just think over. Can we do for the work from home? We can do. Can we do from online systems wherein the people can be employed and they could be provide the soft skills? We can do that kind of things. We can explore that one. Got it? Uh, there was a committee formed in 2013 after the disaster in the this one cloud burst 2013. The Ravi Chopra committee. It is still relevant. Whenever there is any disaster, you mention the Ravi Chopra committee of 2013. And there is Kasturi Rangan committee and Gadgil committee for the Western Ghats. It should be mentioned in the GS3. GS3 you will get the marks based on your committees, based on your data, based on your diagrams that comes. GS3 comes from that only. Got it? See, Ravi Chopra committee 2013 has delineated no development zone, NDL. It's called NDL, no development line, wherein above that line there should not be any development. They have demarcated various regions of the Uttarakhand. Got it? Like in a particular region, 300 MSL, 300 mean sea level above that one, you should not go for the development. Got it? In the down in the valley region, you can make. Got it? In the sensitive Himalayan topography, otherwise existence of the humanities itself gets jeopardized. See, what are the stakeholders here? The chief minister, the local population, district disaster management authority, then the hotel industries, and the unemployed youth, and you being the district magistrate. You all are the stakeholders here. Now you will think from perspective to all the people. See, in the case studies, whenever they asked you to address the issues, you have to address the issues of everybody here. Got it? Every stakeholder you have to address. See, what are the ethical issues? Public pressure on the CM to initiate the hotel projects at the cost of environmental disaster. If the chief minister does that one, if they go with the implementation without paying any heed to the expert committee, then there is a high chance of disaster. Got it? See, where the hotel industry wants their project, they want near the highway, they want near where the beautiful spots are there, irrespective of whether that region is being vulnerable or not. Got it? Dilemma of local public to get local employment, otherwise migrate to far away metro cities. See, what will happen if you don't take care of the employment opportunity of the region? The people will obviously they will lose the trust in the government. Why they will go for the voting? They won't go for. This is what happening in the Naxalism, right? Dilemma of local public to get the local employment, otherwise migrate to faraway places. See, and the rights of residents to get development projects at the risk of the seismic disasters. And what are the dilemmas here? Object of the development versus the duty to protect from the disaster. Development is also the duty of the district magistrate, and the disaster prevention also the duty of the district magistrate. Got it? He has two conflicting duties here. If you do one duty, other will be compromised. Respecting the advice of the chief minister, you have to advise because chief minister has already told you to expedite the project. And versus compromising on the safety of the large population due to disaster. If something disaster happen, then who will be responsible? Then the district magistrate is responsible. Duty of the administration to provide the local employment. Obviously, it's why we have the NRLM. What is NRLM? National Rural Livelihood Mission. Have you heard that one? It's part of Ajivika mission. It's very famous and the better model for the Bihar. See, you read about this one NRLM, Ajivika mission of Bihar. This is the best model you can put it for the self-employment. And what is this drone Didi scheme? It is the expansion of this one only, NRLM. Drone Didi scheme is the expansion of National Rural Livelihood Mission, NRLM. Got it? NRLM started in 2011. It's a government centrally sponsored scheme wherein the government will provide the SHG, self-help group. The government will provide the loan, government will provide any kind of the infrastructure for the SHG to go for the self-employment. See, what are the options available to me? The first thing is go with the advice of the chief minister. You sanction the project. The chief minister has asked you to sanction the project. You do that one. See what the positive and what the negative will happen here. If you sanction the project, what is the positive? Positive is you will get the job, like whether it is sustainable or not. By the time you construct, how many it requires the years to construct a building. At least if you take 2 to 3 years. And what will happen if there is some monsoon comes in and the disaster happen? Then it's gone. What happened in the Kerala? See, Kerala was not that much the active region, even though it happened. Why it happened? Because of climate change. First of all, we don't have any kind of the data to tell that where the region is highly vulnerable. Whatever the data we have like whatever we had earlier, based on that we are predicting. But in the Kerala, there was no such a large scale prediction or never happened. Nobody thought that kind of a disaster would happen. But that happened ultimately. So you have to ready for the eventuality. See, why the Disaster Management Act was brought in, DM Act of 2005. See, now if there is a disaster, if the Disaster Management Act has been declared, what will happen? What are the consequences of that one? Now the disaster management, some disaster happened in this district. Now DM Act is invoked by the district magistrate. What does that mean? See, whenever Disaster Management Act happened, first thing is all the finances of all the department will be diverted to the disaster management. First thing you should remember, whatever the funds you have in the district administration, whatever the reserves you have, district treasury, whatever amount you have, whatever the amount that has been given for the art and architecture, whatever the amount has been given for the tourism, something like that, which is unused, whatever the amount will be there, that will be completely diverted to the disaster management. The first point. Second, whatever all the employees of the government will be diverted, can be diverted towards the disaster management. Got it? Even the school teachers, anybody can be diverted, can be asked to do the disaster management activities. Got it? These are the major two provisions of the Disaster Management Act. This can be invoked by the district magistrate. And there is a disaster fund as well. See, if you sanction the project, what will be the negative? The seismic disaster might happen. They already told that it is under the zone 5. It's highly vulnerable. And the crisis of the concerns, obviously. See, you being the district magistrate, you have to balance both the things here. Your crisis of the concerns will definitely happen. And then if you have done that one, the positive will be job to the local people will don't migrate any other region, they will be stay there only. Then they're respecting the hierarchy of the office. Hierarchy of the office is that one only. If the chief is advising you and you have to follow, it's the hierarchy. Then what about the development in the region? Obviously, if you do that one, the development will happen. These are the positives which you can express. See, if you reject the project, if you tell that CM that I am not going to do any kind of any development, I will close the development activity. See, this is not also the good. What can be better is go for a committee and make the region where highly disaster prone are there. You will leave that region and you will explore other opportunities to take care of the employment opportunities. See, If you reject the project, wrath of the chief minister, obviously you are getting the wrath. So he might give you any other orders, violate the respect to the superiors. And it will be the positive will be the respect to the environment. The protection will be there. Obviously, environment won't be get harmed. Right to life upheld. Obviously, they should be protected the people from the disasters. What you can do, see vulnerability mapping to allow the zone-wise restricted development. You go with the restricted development. This region is highly vulnerable. What we have the integrated coastal development map. ICZMP, Integrated Coastal Zone Management Authority is there. It comes under 2019 regulation. It also comes under Environmental Protection Act. You just read Integrated Coastal Zone Management Plan, ICZMP 2019. It also comes under Environmental Protection Act. Some this one, the development was happening in Chennai or some Mumbai. At that time, it was brought in 2019. Integrated Coastal Zone Management Plan 2019. Another one is there, Island Development Authority, IDA 2018. It's under the Ministry of Home Affairs that develops the island region. Under the IDA only, now the Nicobar project has been proposed. See, the third action will be obviously same. You go for the mapping. Based on the mapping, you take the decision. That would be the best one decision. The demerits will be the local might not get satisfied. Obviously, if you consider the committee, it might take 1 year, 2 year. But the 1 year, 2 year, that's what the people do not have the patience. At the time, you have to go for the persuasion. You have to tell the public that it should not, it is not good in their interest only. Got it? The lobby of tourism industry against the district administration. The job to the locals will be there. Public trust will be in the system, and the happiness of the chief minister. If the chief minister is happy, he will provide you other kind of the things. See, sometimes what happen is that chief minister also knows that this project is harmful. Even though the chief minister will be doing, why they will be doing? You should understand that there's a political executive. They have to take care of the interest of the public. Got it? At that time, they advise a certain kind of the things which is not even the good for. Sometimes when you see from the perspective of the economy, sometimes when you see the perspective of some other things, you might tell that is not a good decision. But you have to take the decisions. See, evaluation the options. Again, you have to evaluate which better option. The first one, second one, this is the least suitable option. The third would be the best, the most preferred option. And I will choose the option number 3. And reasons why I am taking the option number 3. Obviously, whenever you do vulnerability mapping, this is a very bound reason that every region will have certainly highly vulnerable, certain will be medium, certain will be the very least vulnerable. And that has been done by the BIS as well. And based on it restores the public's trust. See, whenever you make a committee and whenever you make the public announcement that this has been happened, we are making the committee and we'll take. See, whenever disaster happens, who will comes to the fore? It is the district magistrate who will come. Got it? Whether it will be the SSP, the superintendent of the police, other it will be the commissioner of the police. They will come forward and they will explain like what has happened and what will they take care in the next case. See, you can do that one only. See, this is a social contract. It comes from the social contract only. Right to the locals, to jobs, local jobs, even avoids the slum development in urban areas. See, if you leave the people to migrate to other cities, in the urban areas, there is the chance of being the slums because they are the people, they don't have that much of the employment opportunities. If they go to the metropolitan areas, they will settle in the slum. That will cause the problem to the urban areas as well. Na? Then you have to take care of that one as well. Skill training to the local for the opt work. Then disaster resilient infrastructure. What is Katkuni architecture? Have you heard Katkuni architecture? Katkuni architecture, you can just search Katkuni architecture. It's in Uttarakhand region wherein the building materials, they are only wood. They do not have any like the cement or something. They have the Katkuni architecture, you just search. That is a very resilient kind of architecture. We have CDRI. What is CDRI? India is the chairman of the CDRI. Center for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, CDRI. What is ISA, International Solar Alliance? Got it. India is also the chairman who inaugurated that one. And headquarters of the ISA, where it is? ISA, it's France. Just see whether it is in Delhi or what. International Solar Alliance, ISA. You read International Solar Alliance, you read Center for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, CDRI. CDRI was established in 2018. with the efforts of the government of India. And this CDRI that take care the disaster resilience of entire world. They will propose certain kind of disaster resilient infrastructure. Like at this region, how should be the infrastructure? Got it? If there is a tsunami affected area, what should be the kind of disaster? What could be the kind of infrastructure there should be? Got it? If it is a volcano affected area, if it is a landslide affected area, what kind of the infrastructure, what kind of the building material, and what kind of the earthquake resisting devices that should be implemented. And even see, this one is there. The Statue of Unity, is it earthquake resistant or what? There is one damper. Have you heard dampers? What are the dampers? You just read of the Statue of Unity and is see whether it's a earthquake resistant or not. It's one concept called dampers will be there. The dampers will absorb the shock waves and that will reduce the impact of the earthquake. That kind of the infrastructure you can develop. Earthquake resistance infrastructure. See, other would be online jobs. You have to take care of the jobs of the people and you can go for the online jobs. India is a very robust country with respect to services. We have 59% of our GDP from this service sector. You can utilize that one as well. Tie up with the IT companies to ensure the employment. Our background-based skill training in the transport, adventure, sports, religious tourism, food stalls, ambassador of the culture, and the self-employment promotion under the Startup India. We are the Startup India and the Stand Up India. What it is for? It is for the promotion of the self-employment. Got it? And you can do that one. See, use of the demographic dividend. We have to exploit this excellent opportunity. Otherwise, it may get turned to demographic disaster. If the use of the people are not being diverted to the productive work, they will become very very highly like in Bihar. One revolution has happened in 1960s. Navanirman Bharat. Have you heard that one? It comes under post-independence history. You just read about the Navanirman Bharat and in 1960s Bihar and Gujarat. Because of that one only, the entire structure and some governments were collapsed because of the people, because of the youths only. Got it? Even now, the what's happening in Bangladesh is it taken over majorly by the youths only. Got it? Even the Arab Spring, when it was happened in 2011 Arab Spring was happened. Why it was happened? It was because of only social media. It was because of only Facebook post. You read Arab Springs 2011, how it happened. It's impact of only the social media. It's only the impact of Facebook. In the Facebook, what happened was few youths of that region, they were against the autocratic rule and they started the Facebook post. Because of that very simple initiative, when we see that when we tell that this simple initiative how it will impact the society, it will impact. Got it? You can give this kind of example in the essay. Got it? Read Arab Springs of 2011. See what kind of the other options you can think over here as a district magistrate. See, people of the youth can be diverted to other regions, not just that region. You can give the online work as well, and you can divert the people for as a ambassador of the culture. You can promote the culture of that region as well. We have some kind of the GI tags. GI tags can be given that region so that that product can be specified. What was happened in Uttarakhand was there because of the forested region, their district forest officer DFO. What he did was he allowed the local region to make some handicrafts, and that was purchased by district administration only. And there is one portal, Ajivika. There is one portal you can take out. Saras portal is there. You just mentioned Saras portal, SARAS, Saras portal, wherein the self-help group, women, tribal products will be given the promotion by the government. And even read one Adi Mahotsav. What is one Adi Mahotsav? You might have told the one Adi Mahotsav was organized in Delhi, Pragati Maidan. Just read what is one Adi Mahotsav. One Adi Mahotsav is one of the initiative of the government of India wherein the tribal products will be showcased. Tribal products might be anything, bamboo basket or some the food, the honey bee or some any made from the lag, any kind of the material they are making by the tribals. that will be showcased by the government of India at various locations. In Delhi, in other regions, it comes under the One Dhan Vikas Kendras, VDVK. You read One Dhan Vikas Kendras. That is one of the way you should give example to reclaim the this kind of the Naxal affected areas. Got it? See, they have mentioned without exploiting the tourism sector. I know they are mentioning without exploiting the tourism sector. You have to go with some extra mile to tell some other initiatives. Got it? And one solar mamas is there. Have you heard solar mamas? Just read solar mamas. What happens in that region is some women of the region they were trained to operate the solar panels, how to install the solar panels, how to repair the solar panels, and how to make the solar panels and the appliances connection, whatever it is. That's done solar mamas. You read about this one, and even the Facebook initiative, Facebook tribal girls. They are giving the digital literacy to the use of the tribal people. And you read one Adim also, and one then Vikas Kendras. Have you heard of Jadov Payang, the forestman of India? You read this person. Jadov Payang is in Assam region. He developed his own forest. He planted many trees, and that forest now is a host to the wild animals. And even how best the art and architecture can be used. Have you heard of Hargila Army? This is Purnima Devi. See, Purnima Devi, what she used to do is she used to promote the local people to make the art and architecture like that. They used to promote one the hornbill there, the stork, greater adjutant stork, greater. This is the bird. See, the image of this greater adjutant stork was made on the towels, whatever the people use in the daily use way. Because of that awareness only, this bird has been restored, and the population of this bird is too much now in the northeastern region because of just one the initiative of one woman. You can mention this is for the women empowerment. You can mention how the art and architecture, how the sculptures can be utilized for the welfare and the development of the environment, and it is also one of the ways for employment to the local people. Got it? This can be mentioned in case of the case studies whenever you are being asked. You can mention this one, the One Dhan Vikas Kendra, you can mention as one of the initiatives, and you can mention the GI tags, and you can mention IPR promotion. There will be one or the other GI tags will be there. What is ODOP? One district, one product. This is what one district, one product is there, wherein the government of India will promote one product from a district so that it can be made the national level product. Got it? And even the government provides the IPR. IPR filing can be done if your any product is suitable for the IPR, and the government will file the IPR only. From there only they will give the patent. They will give any trademarks whatever needed. That will be done by the government only. Where it is, which is the department which does this one? Department of Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade. That comes to the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Government of India. Got it? GI tags done from them only. You can mention such kind of the initiatives. See, if you mention one or two kind of the initiative, now this will give the marks. See, this is a very high the chance where you can take what are the initiative you can take here. You can take the initiative from this one only. Got it? See, now we'll go to the next case study. Rahul is a student who has been preparing rigorously for the competitive exam for the past few years. Despite his dedication, luck has not been on his side. This attempt is his last chance to secure a passing score and pay way for the stable career. As Rahul prepares himself mentally for the exam, he receives an unexpected message from his friend. The message contains a few images of what appears to be part of original question paper. See, why this question has been asked? This question is asked because of the BPSC, the Bihar Public Service Commission. Such kind of the things was happened earlier. The question paper, what happened was the question paper was got leaked just before the exam, like 1 day and 2 days before the exam, and it was circulated to the WhatsApp only. And then the people, and even the NEET paper was happened. Last time the NEET paper, the case happened, and even this time, see, because of NEET paper issue and because of that issue, the question came this time in the GS2 Public Examination Act. You remember what is the Public Examination Act of 2021? That was Public Examination Act of 2022, I think. That was because of that issues. Now the stampede has happened in RCB case, and the stampede already happened in many other regions, and there was no question on the stampede. This time there is a high chance that the ethical issues, the stampede will come. Otherwise, some question will be there in the GS3. How to handle the stampede and other, because that comes under the disaster only. As Rahul prepares himself mentally for the exam, he receives a message from the friend that contains the few images of the original question paper. Shocked and conflicted, Rahul realizes he is being given an unfair advantage. His initial instinct is to use this information to his advantage given the high stakes involved, but his conscience is holding him back, making him uneasy as he questions whether his actions are acceptable or not. See, he is mentioning here only the crisis of the conscience is there. He questions whether his actions are acceptable or not. As Rahul processes the implications of the leaked question paper, he tries to figure out where the test paper came from. He reaches out to his friend who sent him the images seeking the clarification. His friend admits that they received the leaked paper from another acquaintance who happens to be the son of a teacher working in an institution involved in conducting the exam. See, if it is a very, very minor thing, you don't think that this is a minor violation. If such a case happened, whenever there are many corruptions are going on, you come to know one or two corruptions cases. You are not going to come everything which has happened. So you have to take that as a clue and you have to go with that only. But here the unethical practice has been happening. You don't know, in this case you got to know one case. You don't know how many cases has already happened. Got it? Just because you came to know now only does not mean that this is happening for the first time. This has already happened and this might happen again if you live like this only. Got it? Rahul soon discovers that the leaked question paper is not an isolated incident. He learns that a network of individuals is profiting from selling the leaked papers at exorbitant prices. Shocked by the extent of the corruption surrounding the exam, Rahul feels increasingly disillusioned. His friend, sensing Rahul's internal conflict, attempts to rationalize the situation, advising him to seize the opportunity to secure his future. Examine the ethical dilemmas involved in the case and what are the options available to Rahul. See, this is directly derived from whatever happened in the current affairs. They are taking even the people tell current affairs are not relevant. Current affairs are highly relevant for even for the prelims, mains, and the interview. Entire interview might start from the question, this one only, the current affairs only. They might ask you directly. My most of the friends, they were asked what are the headlines of the newspaper today. First question was that one only. Have you read the newspaper? They said yes. So what are the headlines? So whatever headlines you mentioned, the entire conversation will go on that one only. So always pay attention to the newspaper. Don't compromise at all anything other than the newspaper. If the newspaper is there, that should be the primary source for your current affairs. Nothing other than that one. Don't go for any coaching institute. That one you can go for the coaching institute where you missed one or two points. You can just see the indices of the paper, indices of the monthly magazine. You just see which topic you have missed. For that time you can use. but don't go for any extra reading at the end moment. Got it? That will spoil your entire career. Whatever you have read, revise. The best advice would be to revise. Don't go for anything extra. Got it? So, what are ethical dilemmas involved in the case? See, the major ethical dilemma here is the friendship. Friendship is it's based on the trust. Got it? You cannot like directly leave the trust of that person. So what you can tell is you can influence that person and to tell that whatever happening is a unethical thing, and ask that person to stop. It's your duty as a friend to ask your friend to stop any unethical practices which he is doing. Got it? And you promote that person to tell the other people who are involved in the case, and you have to report the case immediately. It's not that you will report it after the completion of the exam. No, because he told just before the exam you got the question paper here. The question paper is the exam will be due in 1 or 2 days only. Whatever actions you are taking, that should be very, very quicker, and you must report the authorities. Like whenever you are reporting the authorities, where you should go to the first your school head, the principal, that is your primary, the informer. You have to go there first, then you can go to the higher authorities. Got it? Whenever something bad happens, see, you if you are a group C officer or a group D officer, any person in the office, first you have to report to the head of the institution. Got it? Your primary, and even the law says that one only. You have to report to the head of the institution. After that, if he is not listening, then you can go forward. Then you can go with the help of the police as well. But it is under the law and lawful that you have to report the crime. See, what are the options available to Rahul, and evaluate each of these options and choose the options Rahul would adopt, giving the reasons. Why policy measures would you suggest to combat the menace of the leaking exam papers? So what can be you tell for this one only to avoid the menace of the leaking of the question paper? The Public Examination Act was brought in. In the act, what they have mentioned is they have mentioned even the stepwise. First one, the framer of the question paper. Who will be the framer of the question paper? See, if my children is in the exam, I am not going to frame the question paper at all. There has been strict ban. Got it? Even in the UPSC, if someone, the member has any relative who is to be interviewed, that person should be informed to the UPSC chairman that such and such person is there for the interview and he is my relative. Got it? And they are not allowed to not allowed to sit in the interview board. Got it? This is your duty. The first thing in the Public Examination Act only, there is a mention of the framing of the question paper. First one, framing of the question paper will be done by the person who is not directly involved in the question paper. Any relative, any children is involved in that first point. And second thing, your question paper framing will not be one. There will be 2, 3, 4 set of the paper. 3 different question paper will be set, and the 2 different question paper will be set. And which is to be given for the exam will be decided by the chairman of that authority. Suppose NTA, the National Testing Agency, is there. The chairman will decide. Suppose the UPSC, the chairman will decide which question paper will go for the printing and which will be used. Got it? Then when you choose, then which is the organization which is going to conduct the examination. Suppose the schools, suppose the institution, that will be done the priority checking. See, in the act it has been clearly mentioned, then the scrutiny will be done before the giving any allotment to any examination center. Suppose this is the examination center, this the background will be checked by the police and will be checked by the examination authorities whether any kind of the copying has been reported from this school center is not. That will be verified. Got it? This will be the verification will be done. Then after that, even the transport, if the question paper is moving, it must be kept in the district treasury. Got it? District treasury will be there. From the district treasury, it will be taken with the gunman to the examination center. First, it will be taken to the taluk office if the taluk office is there. Otherwise, it will be taken directly to the examination center. In the examination center as well, the video recording has been made it mandatory. We just mentioned under the act only, videographing has been mandated. You have to videograph from the starting till the distribution of the question paper. And while distributing in the examination hall, you should get the signature of the people, the examination of the candidate, at least 3, at least 5. Got it? And when you distribute the question paper, and after that one, and there will be another, there is a chance for the representation. Suppose the question is wrongly framed, the candidate can get the representation to the authority which has conducted the examination. UPSC also give the representation system, wherein if you have any doubt with respect to particular question paper, you can tell this question paper has been, this question, particular question number has been framed wrongly, and you can give the suggestions. Got it? This has been mandated under the act. Then after that, whatever the question paper answer key is declared, the organization, they have been given the due that they might declare what are the answer keys, or otherwise they might declare the answer keys after the end of the examination process. The UPSC does the same. They will declare the answer keys at the end of the examination process. But some are there, they will declare on the spot as well. That has been the discretion of the examination conducting authority. After the examination conduction, the results, whenever the results are done, after the results, the examination authority will pass the whatever the documents is there to the recruitment agency, whether the recruitment agency in the government of India is the DOPT, and for the state government it is the CBSE, which will give the seats, the whatever the medical or some other seats. Got it? This is the process which has been mentioned, and always there has been accountability being clearly mentioned. If the transportation is there, this is the person who is responsible. If it is there, then the district treasury officer is the responsible. If something goes against, the district treasury officer will be held responsible. It's not that the group D worker will be held responsible. No, it's the district treasury officer. Got it? Accountability has been fixed. Every stage-wise process has been fixed. That is under the Public Examination Act. Got it? See how you combat. See, whenever you combat this one, the menace of leaking the question paper, the same it goes. If goes, it during the distribution only it will come out. Got it? And you have to make. See, this has been with the current affairs. I have highlighted the introduction with the current affairs. This case study highlights the series of unethical practices being happened in the recent times in the public examination, which destroys the future of the individuals while leaving behind the faulty administration. Got it? It's because of faulty administration only the leaking of the question paper has been happening. Then what are the ethical dilemmas involved here? The Rahul's intention to use the leaked paper to prepare well for the exam versus whistleblowing the scam to do the civic duty. What is civic duty? If you are a citizen of this country and you have the rights and you have the duty to protect your nation, and you have to protect the public trust, and you have to protect the interest of the public. Then Rahul's dilemma to complain against his friend and others being complicit in the paper leak versus upholding the friendship. Friendship upholding is part of his personal life as well. If you are a friend of someone, it does not mean that you will reveal the secrets of that friend to someone else. It's not. That's the personal secrecy, and you have to maintain that one as well. And the Rahul's personal duty to secure a job for his family versus unveiling the public scams affecting lakhs of meritorious candidates. See, the Rahul is seeing himself only. Now, you just take the example and you just take the case of other persons. Suppose other candidates are also be like that only. You can't tell how the situation of the other candidates are. Got it? This is what happens. See what will happen if if the Rahul is does not going to reveal that case. If he does not reveal that case, what will happen at the end when there is investigation done, and he already received the question paper, and he will be complicit and he will be jailed. Then at that point of the time, whatever he tells, it won't be a valid reason. Got it? In the court of the law, what happens in the court of law? There is called admissible evidence and it is called inadmissible evidence. Have you heard Indian Evidence Act 1875? Indian Evidence Act 1875 tells that if you are accused in any case, you will be not be taken as the evidence in any other case. Got it? If I am the accused in particular case, suppose a case happened, if I am the accused in the first case, I cannot be taken as the evidence as in the other cases as well. That is Indian Evidence Act 1875. So when you are accused, you will be not taken as the admission. You will not take evidence. Ha ha ha. Your evidence will not be taken at all. Your evidence will not be taken as a primary evidence. It might be taken as secondary evidence that is not at all even admissible for the judge to take that as the evidence. You will not be taken even the oath. Got it? This will come to know when you go for the foundation course for the civil services. There they will tell about the hierarchy of the courts, and they will make you understand how the works courts works. What is the JMFC, JMSC, how the CJM court works. Got it? How the session judge will be there, assistant session judge, what are their pecuniary provisions. The CJM, the Chief Judicial Magistrate, they can give maximum punishment of the 7 years jail. That's it. And the Judicial Magistrate of first class, they can award you maximum sentence of 3 years only, not more than the 3 years. Judicial Magistrate of second class, JMSC, they will punish you for maximum one year. Sir, whenever the traffic violation happen, whenever something happen, whenever you are doing the overloading, that will be given to the Judicial Magistrate of second class, JMSC, because JMSC can give you fine, can award you 1 year sentence only, not more than that one. Got it? It's because of the pecuniary provisions of the Judicial Magistrate as well. Whenever you go, there is always mentioned the Judicial Magistrate complex will be mentioned. Got it? Nyayalagala Sankirna. Got it? It's not the Nyayalaya. You just observe that word. Why they have mentioned the complex? Because there are many judges sitting under that, and there are very classes of the judges. Civil judges will be there, and the criminal judges will be there. They are the different ones. See, Rahul's personal duty to secure a job for his family versus the unveiling the public scam. And said, what are the options available to the Rahul? Follow the advice of his friend. What the friend is told, use the question paper and get the rank. If you follow that one, see what the question, what the consequences will happen. If you do this one, lack of the honesty, your honesty is compromised there. Then the criminals will be there in the society because you have not done anything which to avoid them. Then affect the lacks of the meritorious candidates as well. The many candidates are there who are in the examination hall. And then if the positive will be there, he will get the good rank and he will get the job. That's a temporary in nature. That's a utilitarian approach. You can tell that's a utilitarian. Utilitarian, what the utilitarian tells. That's it. And then whistle blowing the paper leak. If he does the whistle blowing, what will happen? May not get the job, and the family might be in the peril. Examination might get cancelled, and you will get like another 1 year. And what will be the positive? Uphold the integrity, and the public trust will be ensured in the examination. See, if you unveil that one, the people will again trust the system. Otherwise, they don't trust at all. Third one is to skip the exam. What will happen if you skip the exam? You just don't go for the exam at all. May not get the exam, complicit in the crime, gets the friendship of his friend, but avoid the mental agony. But what will happen? You may not get either. You will be in the vein. So when you see the optness of the job, see the second option is better on here than the third one. You just go, whistle blowing the best one. That's the way. Like how you whistle blow, that's a different thing. You have to go to the examination hall. You are the head of the institution or someone else. Then you can go like that. See, for the reasons for the second option, why you will do that one? First of all, it ensures the public trust, and it will make the people who are involved in the case, they will be complicit, they will be held responsible. They might be brought in the books, law books, they might be brought in, and it will protect the interest of the lack of the meritorious candidates as well. It's a utilitarian approach only, and it's a part of justice approach only. What the justice you are doing, you are safeguarding the rights of the other people. It's your justice only. And Rahul gets the public appraisal, hence may get the job. See, if he has done the good thing, any people might come in and give the job. The private companies, so many private companies are there, they might give the job. There is also the chance. Unveil the nexus in the scams, hence a model to follow to avoid the negligence in the other future examinations. Then what kind of the policy measure that the government can brought in? You have to mention with the stepwise only, the step, what the government can do for the examinations. For accountability fixing, according to work assigned to a particular officer, like the printing, transport, distribution, invigilator, evaluator, etc. You can fix the accountability. If something happens in that region, you are the responsible person. Then see what happened in Kargil War of 1999. Have you heard that one? What happened in Kargil 1991 was that the BSF, the Border Security Force, that accused this one Jammu and Kashmir police. They said it is not the duty of the BSF, it's the duty of Jammu and Kashmir police. The J&K police said it is not duty of ours, it is the duty of the army. What army told? Army told this is not the duty of ours, it's the duty of CRPF. Got it? When there are many agencies are there, then there is the conflict. Like who is the accountable? Then the Jayanagara committee was formed in 2001. The Jayanagara committee that then said one border, one force. Got it? Where it came from? Now the BSF is there for where? India, Pakistan, and India, Bangladesh. Who told that one? This is the Jayanagara committee only told. Got it? Where the SSB is, such as the Sima Bal. It's in India, Nepal, India, Bhutan. Where is Assam Rifles? Myanmar border. Got it? So where is ITBP? Tibet. This is China Aksai Chin region. Got it? Where the CRPF is there. What is the mandate of CRPF? It's the internal security. Only mandate of CRPF is internal security. This election duty, VIP duty, and other duty, they are the accessory duties. Got it? They are not the major duties. Where the CISF is there in the metro, CISF. Wherever the metro is there, in the Delhi metro, CISF is there. Wherever industrial installation is there, airport, it is the CISF. Got it? The mandate of the forces has been mentioned. That is called one border, one force. That's what the Jayanagara committee was there. Where the CDS came from, Chief of Defence Staff. It is another recommendation by the Jayanagara committee only. But at that time, India did not create the CDS. Why India did not create the CDS? Chief of Defence Staff. Any idea? If you read the editorial, it will come. That's why the people tell read the editorial. Have you read the editorial on the CDS, Chief of Defence of any single article? There must be mentioned the CDS. See, CDS why did not create in 2001 was if you give power to the single officer of the military, he might take over the government. He might take over the civil administration. So India might get the military rule because of that apprehension. It's just apprehension. What happened in the Pakistan? Because of the dictatorship, the military takeovers often the civil administration. What happens in Sudan, South Sudan, and the Mali? These are the military coups. Military coups happening when the military is over stronger than the civilian administration. If that happens, then the civil administration is suspended. The military will be taken over. Because of that apprehension only, we did not get the CDS. Got it in 2001. But in now recently 2018 and 2019, we created the CDS, but we did not give on the power of the military command. Got it? See, this is see, if you sell the CDS, he the person. And when this is the army, this is navy, this is air force. Now the CDS in India, he can give any kind of the advice. He can advise with the government, and he is the head of Department of Military Affairs (DMA). It comes under the Ministry of Defense, and he can reappropriate the assets of the see. When there are some assets of the army, helicopters are there, some howitzers are there, guns are there. They can distribute to the navy. They can distribute to the air force, but he can't give the military command. You just remember what the military command. It is a question paper of 2023 2024 PYQ. UPSC prelims, you just open the UPSC prelims 2024 PYQ, you just see this one CDS question. The second option was there, CDS can give military command to the army chiefs. No, military command they cannot give. Got it? This is because of the editorial. You just read the CDS. See the question paper of 2024 prelims. He can reappropriate any kind of the assets, even the military personnel. Some army can be given to the navy and to the air force. He can order that one. He can order anything, and he is the departmental head for the military affairs. He can advise the government like what kind of the military assets we should procure from which country, but he cannot give the military command. Just remember, this is the question. And certain. See, then would be the SOP. The what is SOP? Standard Operating Procedure. That can be for all the processes from the notification of the recruitment till the declaration of the result. There can be standard operating procedure. What is standard operating procedure? Wherein you can give the annual calendar. The UPSC releases annual calendar. These terms of prelims will be there, mains will be there, and the interview will be there. Got it? And the double check all multiple scrutiny to avoid the inconsistency at any stage. See, even in the examination evaluation, that will be done by the multiple evaluator, not just by the single person. Got it? And the robust grievance redressal, public complaint, and security robust grievance redressal mechanism or public complaint can be done. security cover to transporting exam paper with multiple officials to get node at various stages. Strict laws punish the public violators. See, you can mention the Public Examination Act of 2021. Here you can mention the act which is under that one. And after that, strict laws to punish the violators. Sensitivity training to staff members. See, in the UPSC also there is a very strict model code of conduct for them. They cannot reveal anything. Actually, my own friend works in the UPSC examination division, and he is head of the UPSC DAF 1 and DAF 2. He sees that civil services DAF 1 and DAF 2, but he never revealed when the examination will be there, when the question paper will be there, and when even the results will be declared. Got it? This is so kind of the morality which they have been, and there is a very strict penalty as well for the UPSC personnel who were involved in the examination process and everything. Got it? And then feedback measures from the every stakeholder. See, UPSC has been asking you the feedback as well in the prelims paper, in the prelims even application form. There is a feedback. I think you have mentioned like what measures you can give to this one. And what is the major committee for the UPSC reforms? Quota committee, have you heard? HOTE, quota, quota. See, you can mention this one in this one, quota committee on civil services reforms. Even this time, the UPSC has been brought in OTR, one-time registration, wherein the biometric will be done. Got it? Where the biometric was proposed, even this examination act only, the Public Services Examination Act, there it has been mentioned the biometrics is one of the ways. See, biometric at the exam center with the authorized entry only. Whenever you are making the biometric entry, there is 100% secrecy that this person has entered the examination hall. Got it? There is 100% accuracy will be there. And the restricted area declaration during the exam hour. What is the restricted area declaration? Whenever there is an examination center, 50 meters around that area or 100 meters around that area, that will be declared as restricted area. Got it? And another, what is permitted area permit? PAP. Have you heard permitted area permit? Some tribal areas, they are not allowed even for the Indians. Have you heard inner line permit? ILP. Inner line permit. What it that comes under that one only. Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation Act of 1873. Even the Indians cannot enter some tribal areas which are highly sensitive areas. Got it? That is to protect the culture of that region. See, restricted area declaration during the exam hall. Everywhere, whenever the examination conducting, there the district magistrate declare that one, that this area is restricted area. Any people, the persons who are strangers who are not related to the examination, they may not be seen at that area. Got it? And this done. Why this is done? You know this one. Because of near field communication. What is NFC? Near field communication. Whenever you are communicating, whenever you are using the Bluetooth, it requires the near field only. And if you tell the 50-meter area, this kind of the communication devices will won't work. That's why there is a fixation of 50-meter, 100-meter. Got it? And it has a value. Why they have kept 50-meter and 100-meter? Got it? And sometimes they will use the jammers as well, internet jammers, whenever the examination center is there. And then sensitivity training to the staff members. See, the every staff member who are involved in the examination hall, they may not know the what is the consequence of this examination. Got it? How much amount that will be spent with the government to conduct this examination. That will be there. They may not know that one. So for that only it's required. Got it? Just see that kind of the case, and then we'll see. Anyone has any ethics case studies? Some hard copy or something? See, one more case study is there with respect to this one. See, why this was happened? The wrestlers, there was a protest at the national level, the wrestling. Do you know that one? Because of this one, the case study was asked. Nivedita is the district level wrestler champion. Her passion for wrestling was nurtured amidst the serene landscape of her village, where she saw her elder brothers prepare for the sport. Her talent caught the eye of wrestling talent scouts, leading her to prestigious sports training camp. Hailing from a remote village in India, Nivedita's journey to training camp was testament to her determination and the grit. However, see, why Haryana is very famous for the sports? Tell me the reason. You just tell why Haryana is good in sports. And you tell same. Why Bengaluru is the IT hub? Why it is? Just tell me one reason. Have you heard of the national sports policy of Haryana? Haryana was the first state government which brought the state policy on sports in 1980s only. 1980, 1980. At that time, Haryana state government brought the state policy for the promotion of the sports, wherein they have given extent very high kind of the promotion for the sports. Got it? Because of that sports promotion only, because of that policy, what the policy will contain. Whenever we see the renewable energy policy will be there, the employment policy will be there, agriculture policy is there, national population policy is there, 2000. What the policy contains, how the policy is different from the act of the parliament. Hmm. Okay, then any other differences between the policy and the act? National population policy is there, national renewable energy policy is there, national civil aviation policy is there, 2016. What is the difference? See, in the policy, there will be the broad guidelines will be given for a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year. National population policy has a 30 years mandate, and even the India railway vision will be there. It's a 30 or 40 years. And the policy, there is won't be any kind of punishment. If you don't follow that one, there is no punishment at all. Got it? And but the act is not like that. If the Environmental Protection Act 1986 there, if you don't follow, you will get the punishment. And the EPA, there has been fixed accountability is there. This person will do this one only. If the district magistrate will give the caste certificate, means he will only give the caste certificate, does not mean other person will give. No. Got it? In the act there has been clear cut of the hierarchy of the office, clear cut of the timelines is mentioned, and clear cut of the punishment is mentioned in the act. But in the policy it's a broad framework wherein what other all the governments will do in the future years, and there is no punishment at all if they don't follow that one. Got it? That's the policy. And Udan scheme, the Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, where it came from, Udan scheme. That's a part of National Civil Aviation Policy of 2016. You read NCAP 2016, National Civil Aviation Policy. Here it came in the Udan. See, this will be asked in the GS3 paper. This is comes under air infrastructure. Got it? National Civil Aviation Policy of 2016, wherein there has been regional connectivity scheme RCS, wherein it has mandated by the government that they will create the infrastructure to provide the air connectivity to the very far off places. Got it? See, why Haryana is good in sports only because of the the state policy on the sports in 1980, and again the same reason for the IT. In Karnataka 1990, the first state government which brought the policy on the IT companies. Because of that one, they gave the very concession for the land, and they gave one stop center for the incorporation of the companies, and they gave free electricity, and they gave road, they gave free taxation, they gave very low amount of the taxation. And after that they exempted many taxes, import and export, and they gave promoted for the export of these infrastructure as well. Got it? Infosys, because of this policy only they have evolved, because of this reason. And again, the National Civil Aviation Policy of 2016, it has been one of the best model for international and there is a one International Civil Aviation Organization where it is ICAO. See, in the ICAO, the best model is Indian model. Got it? This has been awarded the National Civil Aviation Policy of 2016 because of the regional connectivity scheme. India is the third largest aviation sector, domestic aviation sector. Why India is the third largest domestic aviation sector? Because of this policy. Just to within the 9 to 10 years now. Got it? See, this can be mentioned as the best model in case of the essay. This can be mentioned indirectly. It's under the GS3, and you can mention as one of the initiatives for the this one ethics case studies. Whenever you are asked what you will do, at that time you can mention such as things. Got it? See, however, her joyous anticipation soon gives way to disillusionment as she grapples with the harsh realities of her new environment. Within the confines of the training camp, Nivedita and other female athletes are subjected to relentless harassment. See, it comes under the weaker section of the society. Whenever there is always a case study with respect to DM, one case study on disaster, one case study on the weaker section, one case study on some the private ethics, what is private company. Why they are giving you different case studies? Because you have to know the role of different persons here. Otherwise, in every case study they have given you, made you the DM of the district. Got it? Here the importance is different. Within the confines of the training camp, Nivedita and other female athletes are subjected to relentless harassment. Coaches and the senior athletes made lewd comments, engaging in inappropriate behavior, creating the hostile atmosphere. Nivedita soon discovers that the training institute suffers from a glaring lack of proper training equipment and gear. Basic necessities such as the wrestling mats, protective gear, and strength training equipments are either inadequate or non existent, hindering the athlete's ability to train effectively and safely. On further inquiry and conversations with fellow athletes, she uncovers instances of embezzlement, misappropriation of the funds, and the kickbacks involving sports management authorities, which is the authority for India for the sports. Sports Authority of India. See, what happens is that when you give the UPSC interview, when you don't qualify the exam final selection list by 1, 2, or 3 marks, then there is a direct recruitment to the assistant director post. Now, at least 2-3 days ago only, Sai has released assistant director post, wherein if you don't qualify the UPSC exam also, you can get directly the recruitment here. There are many autonomous institutions that will provide the employment based on the information provided by the UPSC on its platform. Got it? It's one of that one, the Sai, this one. Despite the kickbacks and the involving sports, see, it's clear that in the sports authority there is corruption. This case study is telling, and there is a harassment to the women athletes. Despite the financial resources ostensibly allocated for athlete development, as she tries to gather support against the training institute management, she faces the threats of expulsion from the training camp. See, obviously, whenever you uncover some of the illegal whatever happening in the institution, you will be facing with the loss of your job, loss of your training. The situation gets further complicated when she realizes discrimination based on regional affiliations, perpetuating a cycle of exclusion and injustice. Moreover, those with the connections to influential figures receive the preferential treatment, enjoying access to the resources and opportunities denied to athletes like Nivedita. See what happened in this one, the one Jayalalitha case. She was one of the aide. She was housed in Bengaluru jail. Got it? At that time, she was given the preferential treatment. Even though she was a jail inmate, she was given some kind of the preferential treatment that was illegal and immoral because of that one only. Because if you have the political leanings, and you will get some kind of that one preferential treatment, enjoying the access to resources and opportunities denied to athletes like the Nivedita. Another case was happened in Delhi, wherein the couples of IAS, they both were the couples IAS only. They gave access to some the dog in the sports institution. Got it? They vacated even the athletes from the stadium so that their dogs can enjoy in the sports stadium. It's happened in recently in Delhi only. You can just search, and they were deputed back to and this one Arunachal region. They were the cadre of Agmut cadre. Got it? This is happens. Even the person is a highly intelligent, when the person is coming from a better background, and they will forget that where they came from, and they will misutilize the resources which has been allocated for the public. Got it? Because of that only, it was a very huge news, and they were the very senior IAS officers, like around the 15 to 16 years of the age. See what happens in the Agmod cadre, Andaman, Goa, Mizoram Union Territories. What happens in the Agmod cadre is that if you are being selected in the Agmod cadre, you will be posted in some Arunachal Pradesh or some other region, Andaman Nicobar, for 1, 2, 3 years only. 3, 4 years after that, you will be back to Delhi only, and you will be kept in Delhi only. Most of the time, you will be living in the Delhi. Though it's the Agmod cadre, they do the similar things. They were also the 15 years of the age, so 15 years into the service. They experienced every kind of the region, union territories. After that, they were deputed back to Delhi only. So when they did such kind of thing, they were again back to Arunachal. See what will happen to the Arunachal again. If such a unethical person, the officer is there, if you go to Arunachal Pradesh, he will do the same thing there also. That is not the one of the ways. This is what the discrepancies with respect to the all India services. If you are into the service under the Article 311 of the Indian Constitution, you cannot be removed. Got it? You can just be transferred. This is what happened. Again, this is unethical only. If the people of Delhi, they are facing the injustice, now the people of Arunachal will face the injustice. But it's the at the end of the day, it's the injustice to the people. Got it? Just remember that one. What are the ethical issues involved in this above case, and suggest the course of action that Nivedita should take to counter these issues, and mention the few policy measures to ensure the fair treatment of the women athletes and promote their participation. See, now what are the ethical issues involved in the case? First of all, you just see the stakeholder. What are the stakeholders here? First one is Nivedita, and second is the fellow colleagues. They are also the females. And second, the sports authorities. Hmm. Then the government you can mention, just the government. So what you will do at this time? First of all, the major ethical issue is the patriarchy, wherein the women have been continuously subjugated by the men, whether it's the sports authority, whether it's the home, whether it is the colleagues, whether it's the classroom, whether it's the workplace, anywhere. The major issue is the ethical issue, the patriarchy here. The patriarchy which is making the unnecessary the restrictions on the women. The first thing. Second, the sexual harassment which they are getting through at the sports institute. That is another one. What is another third ethical issue? The third ethical issue is this one, the sports authorities which they are doing, the corruption, mismanagement. And the fourth one, they are giving the best treatment to the person who are known. Got it? This is also the kind of the injustice they are doing. Got it? And then, and not just that one, they have the other discrimination based on the regional affiliation as well. They are doing the discrimination based on region, not just with respect to the gender here. That kind of discrimination, that's also under the ethical issues. Got it? So many ethical issues are there. That's a part of ethical issues involved in this case. And this happened, you can directly give the example of this one, the Wrestling Federation. This is one of the best example you can mention here. And any other mention, this one, another one, sports was this one, the film was there by Amir Khan on this one. Dangal. Dangal, they have mentioned this one only. The people of that region, the people of the nearby area, they questioned that why you are sending the women to the wrestling. Got it? This happens. And you can mention this kind of thing. These are the ethical issues which are involved here. Got it? Then what is the suggested course of action that Nivedita should take? What the course of action she can take? First of all, she should identify whatever happening is unethical, and she should get the advice and the care of other friends as well, the colleagues. She should tell to the colleagues that they should take one of the action, so that and they can inform the authorities. First of all, in every authority, it has been mandated under the Posh Act. What is Posh Act? Post Act 2013. See, it is also one of the judicial activism. What is Vishaka guidelines? How this evolved? It's because of the Vishaka guidelines of 1999. See, this is because of the Vishaka guidelines of 1997 or 1999, when the Supreme Court gave a detailed the guidelines to protect the women at the workplace. You read Vishaka guidelines, what it is. Yes, it's 1997 only. See, this is one of the example for judicial activism, wherein the Supreme Court put a legal loophole. Wherever the legal loophole was there, there was no law on the protection of the women at the workplace. Then the Supreme Court gave this judgment, 1997. Based on this one, the Post Act was done in 2013. Got it? And again, the Campa, the what was mentioned in 2002, it was came into 2002 only. Then even the election, it was came ADR case of 2002. Many cases, PUCL case of 2013. Have you heard this one? Just mention ADR case 2002. This is first one. Second, you can mention the PUCL case 2013. These are with respect to election. This is judicial activism. And this one again, the 2022, I think, the election bond case. These are all the cases for this one, judicial activism. Electoral bond case, this one 2018 electoral bond scheme was there. That was declared as a null and void by the Supreme Court. See again, what the action she can take. First of all, she has to take the efforts from their colleagues, and she has to tell them, and she has to inform the authorities. She has to approach the committee under the Post Act 2013. There will be committee in every institution that will take care of this one. If this committee does not take any action, then they are mandated to go to the police station, local police station. They must inform that one. Got it? Whenever the crime is happened, it's a civic duty. They have to mention the crime. And after that, whatever this one happened, they should report to the higher authorities. The secretary is there for the sports administration, which comes under the Ministry of Youth and the Sports, MOYAS, Ministry of Youth and the Sports Affairs. It's under the Government of India. They can directly mention that one. And they can tag even the National Commission of the Women is there, National Human Rights Commission is there. They are the autonomous bodies and they can take the actions based on that one only. And then what the measures she can take, that kind of the measures, and mention the few policy measures to ensure the fair treatment of the women athletes and promote their participation. How we will do the participation of women? First of all, there should be, when the sports persons are being recruited, there should be fair representation. Every woman should be given the opportunity. If there are no sufficient women, they can give the reservation as well. 30% can be given to the women, 40% can be given to the women, because we have given the Nari Shakti Vandana Act where 30% is given. The Panchayat there has been given, and we already have the reservation system. We can implement the reservation system here. Got it? We can tell the reservation can be given to the women. The certain courts can, a certain percent of the seats can be given. First point. And second, they should be given the proper access to all the infrastructure. What the case study was telling, they were not given the access to the infrastructure. Got it? You have to tell they should be given the fair amount of exposure to all the kind of infrastructure. Second, third, the trained people should be there. It's not just the sportsman here. The trainer should also be from the women only. Got it? When the trainer of the women, then they will get the motivation. Got it? When there are women chief justice, then the people will get the some courage that I also can do. When there is no person, so now the president of India is the woman only, and the president of the India is the woman. The other women will also get the motivation from them only. If there are mentors at the institution who are women, so obviously the sports person, the women they can promote. Got it? This is one of the way to promote. And you can tell that this was stated by the Supreme Court justice, the woman justice. She told this one, I think in Bombay conference or somewhere, that acts as a soft measure, that will definitely act as a measure. And after that, you have to robust the Post Act implementation should be made robust, that every institution should measure that one. Got it? And the sensitivity training you can give the male members as well. Even the army is allowing now the women into combat roles. That was not allowed. Aircraft is there. The Operation Sindoor, when you see, that was commanded by the two officers only, the women officers. You can give such an example wherein that will give the boost. Why the government of India choose only the women's there? Obviously they have some the intentions to showcase the strength of the women at the field, and they are given the combat roles as well. Why not the sports? And sports are already taken by many one, and whenever the sports administration is there, it should be taken over by the women as well. Whenever the women authority is there at the sports authorities, then the women will also feel the motivation that you can tell. Then another one, you can give the cash incentives to the women, and you can give the scholarship. You can give some kind of the trainings. What are the Nehru youth camps? Have you heard Nehru youth camps? You just read about the Nehru youth camps. This is one of the way. Nehru Youth Corps, NYC. Nehru Youth Corps. One scheme was there for promotion of the sports. Can you recall what is the sports scheme? Khelo India program is what is in 2016. Khelo India program of 2016, wherein the government of India promoting the sports. First of all, sports can be declared as an industry. See what will happen when a certain section will be declared as an industry. If I say the sports as an industry, you just mentioned Manipur or the Nagaland has declared the sports as an industry. They have given the sports as an industry status. Yes, Mizoram. Mizoram has given the sports as an industry status. What will happen if any sector will be declared as an industry? First of all, if you declare any sector as an industry, first of all, you will get the cheaper credit. First point, you will get the cheaper credit from the banks. You will get the priority sector lending. You will get the cheaper credit. First point. Second point, you will get the concession with respect to the land allotment. Whenever the government is allotting the land, this is the public land, this is the private land. Whenever government is allocating the land will be given to the industry to promote the industrial development. Second point. And third, this one, the promotion of the human resources management. And you will get certain kind of the exemption from the labor code as well. Labor code of 2020, you will get certain kind of the exemptions. Because of this one, every sector wants the industry status. Got it? And you will be having single portal for this one, for incorporation of your entity. Suppose you have created one entity, suppose you have made some private club, private sports industry. If you have maintained some private academy, you will be given the priority in incorporation, your management, and you will be given the free access to manage your authority, and you will be given the funds by the government, and you will be given by the support, and you will be given the credit. Everything will be included. That's why industry status is important for the sports. Here you can mention the industry status can be given to the sports. If you give industry status, then many the equipments will be made available to the sports persons. And you can make the sports yatra as well. What is sports yatra? Army, they will make a yatra as well. You know that one. Induction camp. They make army induction camp. They will come to that area only. Suppose they will come to Belgaum, and that Belgavi region, they will conduct the camp. They will come to their area only, and they will conduct some physical tests. Whoever are qualified, they will be given the jobs. This is called army induction camps. The sports induction camp can be conducted. This is one of the initiative. You can mention sports induction camp, wherein the sports authorities, they are coming to the area of the people. They are coming to the area of the people and to recognize the sports ability in the people in the region. And third on the sports festivals can be conducted in the schools and the colleges. Got it? If you conduct the sports festivals in the schools and the colleges, youth festival will be there. What for the youth festival will be there? To identify the sports talent. In the measures, you can mention the scholarship, the sports category status, and the sports induction camp. So these are the measures you can mention. Women participation, you can mention the POSH Act, and you can mention the ethical training, and you can mention the women at the mentor position as well, women at the senior level position as well, and the reservation to the women, this can be mentioned. and you can mention the sensitization of every person about the women sensitivity. If you can mention that one, that's the best way to manage that kind of the things. And many other, see, you can mention some kind of the family, even the family you can mention. The family should give the support. The first major, it comes from the family only, the parent, the mother and the father, they will tell you and they will guide you that you can do this one. That will be the tremendous motivation. Whenever we see the doctor, if the parents are the doctor and the children will be doctors, got it? Whenever the parents are the IAS officer, the children also go to that one. Industrial also, whenever the parents are the actor, the children will be the actors. Why this is happening? Because they get to know the positive of that field and they will get to know everything about that field. When you get motivated by your own parent, then it will be easy for that one. Why the caste system mandate that one? You know what is the basis of that one? The Brahmins will only teach the Brahmins. The Kamara will do only the Kamara activity. Why that was there? Do you know the logic behind this one? This is the logic. Yes, you can see at that point of time. See, whenever you see the caste system, you assume the realities of at that time. At that time, there was no coaching institution, there was no any Gurukula system, there was no anything like that. So what happened was there to speedline whatever learned by you will be very close to your father only. You will be very close to your mother only, rather than to any other people. So that was at that point they were living the secluded people. They were living in isolation. One people will be there in the deep jungles of the forest. Only one day one money, why this that was there at that kind of the time. Your father, what the father was doing, that was easy to you learn. That's why it was there. Got it? Whenever you learn the Kautilya Arthashastra, this was the justification which has been mentioned, because you were very close to your parent. That's why it was easy to learn you that field only. But that was made a stigmatized, that your father is doing that one, you have to do this. That's not the case now, because now you have the opportunity. You can get any other field. So when you have the opportunity, you can go for the other field. But that was made continuous like that. That's not the case. Got it? And this kind of the things evolved with respect to others as well. Got it? In 1800, when the British came, when they had the this one, what is Orientalist and Anglican, the controversy. Have you heard this one? This one, Anglo-Oriental controversy. 1813. Modern India, post-independence India. Sorry, modern India, British India. Have you heard this one? This one, Indian Councils Act of 1813, wherein the British gave 1 lakh to Indian education. What are the provisions of 1813 Act, Council Act? So you have to very, very perfect, because they will ask directly like this only. One act will be asked. When the separate electorate system was brought in, under which act? That's in? You are in the medieval history, so you are not done this modern history. Okay, okay. That's fine then. See, what happened was this one in 1813. There was a controversy going on. What kind of the education system should be there for India? One was telling Anglican. They were telling the English. That should be the medium of the education, and the education should be the modern education. What is the modern education? Engineering, medical, philosophy. That was the modern education. Got it? But there's the Orientalist. Orientalist. They were telling the language of the medium of the instruction should be the local. Suppose you are in India, you are in the Bengal. That should be the Bengal your medium of instruction. If you are from Canada, that should be the medium of instruction. And what is the subject? Subject was the Indian philosophy, Indian history. That was the case. Got it? There was a controversy going on at that time, 1813. In the Indian Council Act of 1813, the British government allocated 1 lakh to Indian education, though they were not implemented that one, but there was a provision in the 1813 Council Act. What happened when the British came in 1770s and they brought in the act, the regulatory act was there, then the settlement of 1793 was there, and the various act was passed. When in the every act there was 3 or 4 provisions which will be asked in the prelims. Every time they will ask one other two provisions. In 1999, Indian Council Act, wherein separate electoral system was there. Suppose the Muslims are there. The Muslims election, they will elect their own people. Got it? There was separate electoral system out there. Now we don't have we have unified electoral system. Suppose I am the Muslim, I can give a vote to Hindu as well. I can give a vote to Christian as well. I can give a vote to Buddhism as well. See, this is a single unified electoral system. What is the right to election? Which comes under which article? Right to election. It's under Article 326. Got it? what kind of the right it is? Is it a fundamental right, constitutional right? See, it's a constitutional right, it's not the fundamental right. Article 326. Got it? In that one, 1919 Act, wherein Muslim separate electorate system was asked. So this is one of the provisions that might ask in the exam. You have to know like this only. So what we're telling? In the Anglo-Oriental controversy, there was a controversy between the British. They brought that they will make the education system so that they will produce so many the laborers to work for their industry. Their intention was not to give the wisdom at all. Their intention not to give you like the thinking ability at all. They told that whatever Indian education system was very, very bad. So they told that I will introduce my own system of the education and India will follow our own system of the education. Got it? From there 1813, we have been following the British system of the model of the education. We have left behind 1813, which was our model of the education. In before 1800, our education model was both the religious and fundamental reading, writing, and even the learning skills as well. Have you heard of Varda scheme of education 1944? British, this one, Gandhi system of education. Gandhi system of education that told not just the education by writing, you should practice your any one of the artifact. Suppose like reeling something, the micro and the small industries. That was the part of the education at the time 1944. That is called Varda scheme of education. You just mentioned Varda scheme of education 1944. You read about that one. So the education should be integrated one. That's what I wanted to tell. Have you heard of the medical ethics? What is the medical ethics? Medical ethics. There is no case study so far with respect to medical ethics. Suppose you are a doctor, you are done MBBS and you are done MD. Now you are at the age of 35 to 36 years. Got it? You are just established your own clinic. So what you will do? The people, the MBBS, they will advise some medicines which are not at all unnecessary medication. They will call. What is called unnecessary medication? Whenever there is no need of the medication at all, then also they will prescribe the medication. You are already very fit and fine, then also they will tell take this medicine. This is called unnecessary medication. That is comes under medical ethics. If you are a doctor, your main aim should be to cure your patient. It's not that you will recover the cost whichever you have spent for your education. What is that is the medical ethics? What is the legal ethics? Have you heard the legal? Have you heard this one? The 2008 case. And even the Nirbhaya case, even the Nirbhaya had the case, the convict, they had the lawyers. They were represented by the lawyers of the Supreme Court. Why the lawyers was given to defend them? But yes, got it. Every person has a right to get a representation. However, even though you know that these are the victims, even in 2008 case, the terrorism case, Ajmal Kasab, they were given the advocates. Why they were given the advocates? Even though the persons were the seemingly apparently they were the terrorists, even though they were given the chance to represent before the court of the law, that comes under the right to representation. Got it? That's a part of the legal ethics. Whatever you believe does not matter. You are advocate, you will prefer your own. You know, Attorney General of India under the Article 76. What are the mandates of Attorney General of India under the Article 76? Even though he had the opinion different to the opinion of the government, he is bound to follow, he is bound to defend whatever the decision taken by the government of India. Got it? Now suppose government of India is saying that this one, the same-sex marriage is not good for India. Government of India stand is now that one. Now the Attorney General is there. He should defend whatever the stand taken by the government of India before the court of the law. Got it? Even though he has a positive for the same-sex marriage, he can't go and tell before the Supreme Court that same-sex marriage should be validated. No. Whatever stand taken by the government of India, he must bound to follow that one under the Article 76. You read under Article 76, the Attorney General mandate, you read the mandate of the Attorney General of India. And same, you read the mandate of the Advocate General of the state under Article 165. 76 and 165. See, this is Attorney General and this is Advocate General of the state. In the polity, when you read this one, it has been mentioned what are the duties of Attorney General of India. This is what called defense. This is what called the legal ethics. Legal ethics tells that whoever you are representing, you should hold that person's interest at the top, irrespective of your own interest. If suppose I am defending a person, I should defend the a person only till my death. It's not that I will go against that one. Got it? That's the legal ethics. The medical ethics like that only. Medical ethics tells that whatever you are doing, it should be in the interest of the patient. It's not the interest of the private company. No, it's not the interest of that one. Even the same, this comes to the educational ethics. Whenever you are the teacher, you should tell whatever in the benefit of the students. That's the teacher ethics. That's the education ethics. These are the comes of the ethics. Animal ethics also comes. What is animal ethics? Have you heard of the Jallikattu? Have you heard of PETA? Yes, people for ethical treatment of the animals. Another act was there, Prevention of Cruelty to the Animals Act, 1967. 1967 or 1957. Prevention of Cruelty to the Animals Act of 1960. See, in the Prevention of the Cruelty to the Animals Act of 1960, there it tells that whatever you do to the animals, it should be violence. You should not make the violence on any animal. You should not make any disturbance to the animal. That has been Prevention of the Cruelty to Animals Act of 1960. PETA is the NGO that is that is protection of ethical treatment to the animals. They are the NGO. They will protect the rights of these one animals. Got it? That comes to the animal ethics as well. Animal ethics tells that animals are on par of the human beings, so they should be given the equal treatment. What is the equal treatment? They should be given the food, they should be given the proper shelter, they should be given the proper other kind of the facilities. That's the part of that one. What is hedonism? Hedonism is one of the ethical theories. The pleasure is the ultimate goal of the life. And someone is there with respect to Indian philosophy. Yes, Charvaka. You can mention that kind of the persons in the essay as well. Can you name what is the role of the family in ethical building of a person? If a person is ethical or not, what is the role of the family in that one? This will be asked directly in the question. What is the role of the family? Role of the family, see, first of all, what the parents will be do, that will be done with this one, the children's at the home. And even the storytelling done with the grandparents. They tell the stories. What they will tell, the moral stories will be told. That will be one of the way. And first of all, how your parents treat your children, your peers as well, your siblings. If your parent giving extra care to the male and she not giving the extra care to the female, this is the source of the discrimination. That will from stars where the land titles are there. If you have the 4 acres of the land, that will be obviously it will be under the name of your father only. Why it's not in the name of your mother? Got it? PM Awas Yojana, have you heard? In the PM Awas Yojana, who is the name of the beneficiary? It is the female head. She will get the name. This is because of government policy. PM Awas Yojana. In the PM Awas Yojana, the beneficiary name will be the female head of the family. She will get that one. Got it? This is the policy of the government where it is promoting. Role of the family is again how the family is treating other children, that serves as the purpose. And second on the storytelling, that will serve as the purpose. And the third, your father profession, whether the father doing ethical treatment or in the profession or not, how that is managing, that will come. How your mother behaving, that will come. And how the land titles are there, how the resources of the family is being allocated among the siblings, that also part of the ethical role modeling. And whether your parents promoting some ethical treatment or whether they are discouraging unethical treatment, this comes. So this is the role of the family in building up the ethics. Got it? Always do that one. And then I think this is the end of the class. And do one thing, like tomorrow in 2024 there is one question paper on ethics. You solve one case study with respect to the DGP of the state. You just see one question. Ethics case study 2024 UPSC. One case study was there with respect to the police system, DGP. You will solve that one and you will write that one and you will give. Tomorrow there is no class. I will take on Thursday the same timing. and you will give me your answers, like what you have written, and you have to write the based on this one. You have mentioned the case studies, and you should mention this one, the justification, and you should mention with the four pages only. You should not exceed the 4 pages. Remember that one as well. And you take the time, whatever the time you want. There won't be the time restriction this time because you are writing for the first time. For that one, you take, and then you just give me next time. Okay, then this is the end of the class now.